I think one of the major trends that you're seeing emerging from this year's environmental scan is the need to shake out of this recessionary mindset. A lot of credit unions have been mired in a very defensive posture for the past 4 years during what we've called the Great Recession. And it's time for credit unions, as this recession eases and as credit unions rebuild their loan portfolios and rebuild some of their earnings and capital, it's time to start thinking growth and to be proactive with your lending strategies and not to be defensive or to be in a reactive mindset, but to look for ways to grow as the recession eases and as the economy picks up. And one of the points that the author of our lending chapter makes is credit unions will need to be prepared to lend to members who have slightly bruised credit reports or credit histories. Everybody's going to be wanting to lend to the people with the strongest credit reports, but credit unions will need to find a way to manage the risk and to come up with strategies and loan programs that meet the needs of people who maybe they've been unemployed for a while, or maybe they've missed some payments, and those are going to show up on their credit reports. And credit unions will have to find a way to manage that risk and to lend to those consumers. And so coming out of the recession, we're going to see a need to have a growth mindset and the ability to lend to consumers with bruised or damaged credit reports. I think another major theme you're seeing that affects really all the chapters is mobile banking and the speed with which consumers have accepted mobile banking. It has gone from being a fairly new innovation about 3 or 4 years ago to being a basic expectation of consumers, especially younger consumers. When they go shopping for a financial institution, they're going to want to make sure that that financial institution offers mobile banking. And credit unions will have to offer that product if they're going to attract younger consumers. But the speed with which this has come about has been unprecedented. Mobile banking has been accepted by more consumers faster than any other financial service innovation in the history of financial services. It's always been important, but it is becoming urgent right now. As the economy recovers, 401ks and CEOs' retirement funds are recovering, and CEOs that have been putting off their retirement plans for the past 4 years will now be retiring in the next year or two. So it's very important for boards and CEOs to sit down and to come up with a plan for the orderly transition of the leadership of those credit unions. Very important right now. I think the growth will come from younger consumers. That's the demographic that all financial institutions are after right now because they represent future loan demand. The problem is that consumers in the 18 to 25 year age bracket know very little about credit unions. We are seeing numbers in the 60% to 70% range of 18 to 25-year-olds who know virtually nothing about credit unions. So if that's where our future growth is going to come from, credit unions need to figure out ways through social media and other ways to make ourselves known to younger consumers and to meet their needs in the future. This is a highly sought-after demographic, and credit unions are at a bit of a disadvantage in pursuing this demographic group because of their extremely low levels of awareness of credit unions, their not-for-profit business model, and what makes credit unions unique and advantageous to belong to. credit unions need to do a much better job of reaching that age group.